Panic isn't always loud. Sometimes it's invisible. It can show up as a thundering heartbeat, a sense of doom, or a body that feels like it's dying, while the world around you stays calm. This is Emily's story, a woman who lived through an unseen earthquake in her chest again and again. Disclaimer: this conversation is a fictional dramatization. Always seek the advice of qualified medical professionals. Meet Emily. She is a 32-year-old wife, mother, and a celebrated event planner who could turn chaos into elegance. Weddings, conferences, even her friends' tangled schedules, she managed it all with grace. But lately, she couldn't organize the one thing that mattered most: her own heartbeat. At first, the signs were subtle: a skipped beat in traffic, a strange heat wave in the store. Then one day, everything changed. It happened at the supermarket. One moment, she was choosing pasta. The next, her vision blurred, her chest tightened, and her hands shook. Her body screamed, but only she could hear it. She dropped her basket, clutched her chest, and gasped for air. "I think I'm dying," she choked out, her voice barely cutting through the hum of the aisles. A bystander called for help. Paramedics arrived. Her vitals? Normal. Elevated heart rate, but nothing life-threatening. "You're going to be okay," they told her. But Emily knew she wasn't. That night, she couldn't sleep. Lying beside her 5-year-old daughter, Emily's heart pounded and her thoughts raced, restless beneath the quiet hum of the night. When her daughter asked for a bedtime story, Emily struggled to sit still, her mind swirling as she tried to focus. Her mind screamed, yet the world stayed silent. Her husband, Michael, tried to understand. But how do you explain a terror that leaves no bruises? At work, it struck again mid-presentation. Her heart thundered, palms slick, mind blank. She felt the walls close in. Her manager gently offered a break. She nodded, burning with shame. That was the moment she knew. She needed help. Emily walked into her first session with Dr. Mabel, a warm, compassionate psychiatrist. "Emily, I've been to the emergency room 4 times this month. They keep saying I'm fine, but I feel like I'm dying." Dr. Mabel leaned in. "Dr. Mabel, Emily, what you're describing sounds like panic disorder. Your brain is sending out false alarms, triggering real fear even when there's no actual danger. What you're experiencing is real, and you're not crazy." Emily's eyes softened. The tension in her shoulders dropped. For the first time in weeks, she felt understood. "Dr. Mabel, this is treatable. We'll build a plan together." The treatment plan. Dr. Mabel outlined the path forward. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, to break the cycle of fear and distorted thoughts. Interoceptive exposure, to reduce sensitivity to bodily sensations like rapid heartbeat or dizziness. SSRIs, medication to ease the intensity and frequency of attacks. Grounding and breathing techniques, tools to calm the nervous system and restore control. Emily: "So, I'm not crazy." Dr. Mabel: "Not at all. You're having a medical response to chronic stress. You're not alone, and you can absolutely get better." Emily's healing wasn't linear. Some days, she nailed her breathing. She stayed grounded. She felt calm. Other days, panic ambushed her in the produce aisle or mid-sip of morning coffee. But slowly, steadily, she began to change. She learned how to ground herself by naming 5 things she could see, 4 she could touch, 3 she could hear. Breathe deeply, even when her chest was tight. Sit with discomfort instead of fighting it. A walk through fear instead of running from it. And most of all, she stopped fearing her own body. 6 months later, Emily returned to the same conference room where she'd once frozen with panic. Same client, same pressure. Her heart fluttered as she stood to present. "Here it comes," she thought. But this time, she paused, took a slow, grounding breath. Noticed the sunlight drifting across the room. The flutter passed. She carried on, steady hands, clear voice. Later that week in therapy, she reflected, "Emily, I still get those moments, the racing heart, the sweaty palms. But now, I don't fear them." She smiled, really smiled. The ground beneath me isn't breaking. It never was. Dr. Mabel. That's healing, not the absence of panic, but the confidence to walk through it. Panic disorder isn't always visible. It can look like silence, avoidance, overthinking, high-functioning strength masking inner chaos. Panic is not weakness. It's not attention-seeking. It's not just in your head. It's real, and it's treatable. If you see yourself in Emily's story, remember this. You are not broken. You are not weak. And you are not alone. Your experiences are valid. Your fear is real. And your healing is possible. You don't have to wait until you hit rock bottom to seek help. You don't have to suffer in silence. With the right help, recovery isn't just possible. It's probable.